making $5,000 and more per month selling NFT services. In this video, I would like to cover on how you can create gigs which will eventually make over $5,000, because NFT, as you probably have seen, is an incredible industry right now. It's gonna be growing like crazy. You probably heard Gary Vee is always saying about you should focus on NFT. And yes, those CryptoPunks being sold for millions of dollars, so there's definitely potential there. Also, by the way, I'm gonna be giving away $50 through PayPal, so I'm gonna be talking about the instructions later in the video. And for now, let's dive into the exactly what are the gigs out there. So if you go on Fiverr, you'll be able to see actually popular industries, right? So you see website design, WordPress, logo design, and NFT art. So if I just go there and click on NFT art, you're gonna see a bunch of different gigs. And honestly, I was surprised how much sellers are charging for those. So let's take a look, for example, at one of the first ones, for example, here, NFT gig, over close to 1,000 reviews, which is actually surprising. Let's go, for example, for this one. It's $1,300, has 47 reviews, and let's maybe pick something else. Let's just go, for example, to let's see. Okay, let's just go those two. So the first one we see has 17 orders in queue. It has a starting price of $200, right? So it's basically one base art, 15 traits, and then you have a standard package, then you have the premium package, right? So yeah, pretty interesting. 17 orders in queue. You can see 7 days delivery for premium, 5 days delivery for the basics. So if you do the math, you will be able to definitely see that this has a lot of potential. Let's take a look at the second gig. So we have 51 orders in queue, and the starting price is $1,300. This is honestly insane. And the guy is doing this seller is doing this in 14 days, right? So you can imagine that, I mean, this has a potential actually to be making close to, I would say, 70, 80K per month just selling NFT. And if you take a look at the seller, for example, he has only 47 reviews on this gig, right? So that means he's probably been just started recently with well, I mean, he's been on Fiverr for a long time, as you can see, but probably he just recently started to create those NFTs. And eventually, as you can see, he has a lot of other gigs ready to design, but the NFT one has just incredible exposure. So yeah, I'm actually honestly really surprised to see 51 orders in queue at this price, at starting price, which is $1,300. So as you can see, it has incredible potential here, because if you think about it, if someone wants to create NFT, they go for like 10,000 pieces, the collection, the NFT collection, right? You know, if they sell each NFT for $1, it's $10,000. They can eventually make over $10,000 just selling their own NFT, right? So of course it has a lot of potential, because when you create gigs which will make money for people and they invest in you, right? They invest in you $1,000, they make over $10,000, you know, that's 10x. So that means they are definitely getting the return on their investment. So of course it has a lot of potential. And you have to be really, you know, also when you think about NFT, you have to really take a look at other sellers, and you have to just see what eventually they are creating and what kind of illustration, how do they package the gigs, because right now there's a lot of gigs out there, NFT, so of course competition is increasing, but still, because of those gigs, you can actually go ahead and test maybe some of the gigs and just see what exactly people are creating. Also, I'm gonna leave a link to another video of one of the person who describes how you can create NFT just from zero. He goes over the steps, he goes over the creation part, he goes over the layers, how you can basically create that 10,000 pieces collection of NFT. So it's definitely very useful. But let's take a look, for example, if we go to relevance, right? Or we can actually go to, let's go here, for example, seller details. We can see top rate seller. Let's take a look maybe if we have something as a newest arrival, right? So we have a newest arrival, and of course you can see immediately, right? So if you take a look at the new gigs, and then if you take a look at the, let's say, best selling gigs, if we go back here and look at the best selling, you can see straight away why they are best selling, right? Because the gig image is very clear. They show exactly what they're doing, which platforms this could be distributed, right? So just keep in mind about those things, because the gig image is the key, right? And you have to really demonstrate exactly of what you're gonna do. Because if you have, for example, something like this, as we just seen, if you go to the newest arrival, right? So it doesn't really make sense as much, right? Like I'll generate 3D board, IP, 3D CryptoPunk, right? I mean, it's not very professional, right? So just be careful about these things, because a lot of sellers, when they go and create the gigs, they actually skip this part and they just rush to create a gig instead of really working to optimize it, because look, for example, this one, base character with traits, $900, right? We only see 1 gig image, which doesn't really give us anything, because you can actually have 3 gig images, right? So you can have a collection of 3 pictures. You can also have a PDF upload where you can actually put down more information there. And look, there is nothing really. Welcome, dear potential buyer. Are you looking for stunning digital art, crypto art, NFT that you want to sell? You come to the right place. I'll create all NFT artworks. So we don't really have any information, to be honest, right? And he's selling at $900. So be careful. Please try to work more in depth about creating your gig and actually focus on the, let's say, the examples, showcase more information. Maybe you can actually include the link to a YouTube video where you describe even more details about NFT. You can also provide maybe more information, something else as well. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay, so if you want to win the $50 sent to PayPal, all you have to do is actually write a comment about what are your plans for 2022. Are you going to be creating gigs in NFT space, in digital marketing, or if you have been a seller already? So just describe your story. Just tell me about your plans for 2022. It could be Fiverr, it could be Upwork, it could be starting your marketing agencies, could be starting Instagram marketing agencies. So just feel free to describe what are you planning to do, and I'll be just reading through this and I'll be selecting randomly a person. I'll be sending you $50. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and also like this video. So guys, to summarize, I definitely think there's a lot of potential in NFT, but you have to be also niched, right? You have to really look where you can create. Maybe you can create CryptoPunks, maybe you can create 3D characters, maybe you can create something else, right? Maybe you can help people distribute it to the platforms. Like, let's say someone could create the NFT and you help them distribute it to different platforms. Maybe you can promote NFT, right? So maybe you can create gigs which will help you promote the NFT which people will create. So just think about more and feel free to test other gigs, right? Maybe you see that gig which is not as expensive as you've seen, and you can just go ahead and order, and you can see the process of what the seller is going to do exactly. So I would say there's definitely a lot of potential. Me, myself, I think as NFT is a good opportunity for me as well, but I have to really think about what exactly I can provide, because I'm not, let's say, a good artist to create the NFT, but I can actually promote NFT projects, and I can promote using TikTok, using Instagram. So this is something that I could dive into and also create gigs specifically for these reasons. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know if any questions in the comments. Feel free to participate in this giveaway. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.